Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everyone. Warm greetings from IIU. I hope you are all well and will stay with us. We hear some interesting and inspiring answers from our amazing guests today. Yes, you got it right today. We have our first Inspirational Talk Show, and our first guest is Professor Mario Lucero. He is Country Director, IIU Philippines. Wow. Before we start the show, let's get to know IIU and our founder. International Internship University is a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trustworthy worldwide and well reputed in delivering innovative programs. Globally, it is a trust name for quality training programs and is committed to providing better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. IIU is metamorphosing the conventional education system by carrying down the additional costs and providing access to more than 1,000 class courses and internships to their learners across the globe. With the help of its 1,000 class global educators, IIU has formed its 4 councils named Women Entrepreneurs Councils, International Students Development Councils, International Youth Development Councils, International Councils of Educators. Wow, the main objective behind the councils is to provide support in very respect to the students, youth, women entrepreneurs, and educators. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries and 6 continents. Oh my God! Under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit Sir, a committed and inspiring social activist, a victim. Education is from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds. He has publicized the World Education Policy, one education, one foundation, one word. So great. The visionary Piyush Pandit had just one dream: no child should be deprived of education. Yes, he's working towards it day and night. He's safeguarding and promoting education and well-being of learners at all times of life is commendable. The sky is the limit for your dedication and hard work. Thank you very much, sir, for everything. Thank you for uniting us under one umbrella and giving us the opportunity to communicate with the whole world with various projects, webinars, shows, and more and more. Thank you so much. Okay, now it is time to introduce you to our guest who is ready to answer my questions. I'm sure we have a nice show ahead of us. Professor Mario Lucero, CPBA, has the following areas of expertise: educational, leadership, and management, curriculum and instruction, human resources, communication, arts, English, IST research, besides education, psychological management, and strategic planning. Wow, so great job. He finished his Doctor of Philippines in Education. He served as an ambassador of many organizations in more than 50 countries. Yes, he has written and he is also author. Oh my God, he also king of Education B Macedonian Association, and yes, you can International United Kingdom. There are many more and more success stories from your amazing guests. Let's leave your interest and ask questions to know more about your guests. Now, it is time to start, and I am getting ready to ask you a short and specific first question. But 1 minute. Please, I share my screen. 1 minute. Okay, thank you so much. And now, your field. Can you hear me, Professor?
Yes, yes, okay.
Yes, I have one question. What are you, your field?
Okay. Thank you so much for the generous introduction, and I'd like to thank you for guesting me to this show. Okay. It's quite hour with Inga, and I'm very much privileged that you've given me time, okay, to tell something about, of course, personal, professional background, and that let's get to know more about who is Dr. Lucero, okay, and yeah, I'd like to thank, of course, IIU because they have trusted me as the country head of IIU Philippines. Okay, so what's your first question, my dear friend? The first question is my profession. Okay, you're asking here about my profession. Okay, so yeah, I am a school principal, okay, 25 years as a school principal. And I also am a founder of many organizations as like Lead Philippines. Okay, we also have also humanitarian organization. We also have peace education in our country. Okay, we also have organizations for scientists, speakers, and researchers, and a lot more. Okay, so I am a school leader, okay, and that we try to manage an international school in the Philippines. Okay, and we cater from kindergarten up to senior high school. So my profession is that I am a dedicated educator and a teacher. Okay.
Wow, thank you so much. Very interesting answer. Okay, you and your family.
Of course, yeah, I'm married for 28 years now. Okay. My wife is also a teacher. Okay. Well, I have, of course, okay, two sons and a daughter. Okay. My two sons already finished college, and my daughter is still in college right now. Okay. So mind you, I also have a grandson, okay, who's beside me right now. So we have in the Philippines an extended family wherein, okay, of course, my mother-in-law also stays with us, and aside from other members of the family. So if you have noticed that the Filipino kind of family, we have a close family ties, okay? And one characteristic of the family that we have with the Philippines is being hospitable. So, well, that's all about my family.
Wow, thank you. Very inspiring family. God bless. Thank you so much. Okay, next question. Your hobby is your passion.
What did you say?
Your hobby.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm very much interested in writing stories, writing poems. Okay, during COVID, during the pandemic, the start of pandemic, I've written around almost 50 poems on COVID-19, and I participated in a competition for World Book of World Record, and I was given a record. I am a record holder in writing poems about COVID-19. So I have written a lot of poems. Okay, I'm also into writing short stories. Okay, I'm not into sports, but I can play, bowling once in a while. Okay, but these are my hobbies. I love writing. Okay, and this is my favorite hobby.
Wow, thank you so much. Very interesting. And now I have next question. Is very interesting, I think. Is criticism for you? And are you often in the critic zone? I am always critic zone. Very
Yeah,
interesting.
of course, we cannot avoid being criticized. Okay, sometimes it becomes the problem of culture, the problem of one's country. Okay, but when criticism is positive, they would help you become a better person. Okay, but also accept some negative criticism because these negative criticisms will also strengthen you. Okay, so we cannot really try to avoid criticisms, but okay, if you don't want to be criticized, the first thing that you should do is always do the right thing. Okay, and that if we are not here to please everyone, okay, we are just here to perform our tasks. Okay, and we should not take criticisms against those people who would criticize, because I would always believe that if they would criticize you, they're trying to look something, okay, for you which they don't have. Okay, they try to they get envious about your achievements. So those people who tends to criticize a lot are underachievers. Okay, because they try to probably look their flaws, okay, into that other people, and they tend to criticize.
Yes.
But as professionals, we should not always take these things seriously. Okay, but on a lighter note, we have to also reflect why are people criticizing, so that we have to improve our actions. Okay, so that's criticism for me. I also don't criticize, because if you don't want to be criticized, then you should not criticize other people.
Of
That's the
course.
golden rule.
Yes,
Okay.
you are right. Thank you so much. Critical give us a strength. Thank you. Okay, next question. What should be the educator of the 21st century? What kind of relationship should we have with students?
Okay, as an educator of a 21st century, okay, number one is you must be technology savvy. Okay, you must possess the 21st century skills. Okay, higher order thinking skills. Not only that, but of course, there must be innovation. We continuously innovate. Okay, our programs, and that we there must be clear communication, there must be collaboration. Okay, and we look into how other people try to collaborate with us. So as a 21st century leader, okay, we look into a 21st century skills of our constituents, of our students, of our learners, and we address that by, of course, involving ourselves to the latest development so that we become sustainable. So I think it could vary in different countries. You know, Philippines is a very poor country. Okay, it's still a developing country, so we don't have that kind of technology. That's why we still have problems in terms of technology, and therefore, as educational leader, we try to reinvent ourselves. Okay, we try to innovate. We try to be creative. Okay, so that we can address the problem of our society. Okay, so those are, I think, are the 21st century of a leaders. Okay.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Okay, and next question. Can you imagine yourself in another profession? And if so, reveal it you ask. Very
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah, I would always dream to become a doctor.
You think about this?
Yeah, of course, I would always want to become a doctor before, but you know, because of probably poverty, okay, I was not able to fulfill the dream because you have to prepare yourselves. Number one, okay, physically, okay, financially, because getting that kind of degree is very expensive in the Philippines. So that is just a dream, okay. And I think that if you would not be able to get that as a dream, you can still help other people, okay. It is still a profession, okay, that I keep on dreaming on, okay. But giving the opportunity again, I would still love to become an educator, okay, because in educating people, we give our lives, okay, and not only that, we transform the learners that we have. We can change the lives of people. Well, in medicine, something it's different. Of course, we save lives, okay, but it is God who saved life, okay. You know that, okay. But you know, the influence of educators is eternal. Yeah, I think you know that teachers made all the different professions of the world. Without the teacher, there would be no doctor, there would be no engineer, there would be no, I think, nurses, okay, or accountants, or let's say other lawyers. So the role of the teacher is very, very important.
Very, very important. Of course, you are so great. Thank you so much. We proud of you. Okay, next question. Your childhood is very interesting. What kind of child were you?
Yeah, of course. I would always remember we live in a rural place, okay? Wherein I think during my formative years there would be no electricity, so we love, you know, playing under the rain, okay, you know that, and during let's say nighttime, since it's really very dark, so we need to sleep early at 7 o'clock, okay, because there is no electricity. Okay, those are the memories I have in my childhood, of course, being playful. Yeah. We usually go to the, of course, to the farm and play, probably in the rice fields. And there would be a lot of, let's say, funny moments, okay? Because when you live in the rural area, you are very close to nature, and you learn to love the nature. And of course, you would see a lot of vegetation, and that's why we love to eat vegetables. Okay, so
Yes.
I think those are the fun memories of my childhood days. Unlike
Yes.
your place, you are in a rich country. I think you have a different climate. Okay, here in the Philippines, or if you have different seasons in the Philippines, we only have two. We have the rainy and of course the dry season. So there are only two seasons that we have. That's why we have beautiful beaches, okay, beautiful mountains in the Philippines. We don't have snow, okay, just like your country.
The common Georgia, we have so. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for interesting today. We have professor. Thank you. Okay, I have next question. This question is very interesting. You and love.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, of course, that's always biblical. Okay. So, love is universal. Okay. They would say it doesn't have any race, doesn't have any religion. Okay. It doesn't have any gender. Okay. So love is giving something that you have even if you don't have that. Okay. So, we may see it in different lenses, whether is it love for the family, or is it love for the opposite sex, or is it love for material things. So it has varied typologies. Okay. So love would mean that you appreciate God's creation. Okay. And not that's it's not only that. Okay. But I think love is also caring. Okay. And love is appreciating the things that you have. Okay. It's more of appreciation, because when we talk about love, okay, we look into different boundaries, we look into different lenses. Okay. Just like, for example, the love of a couple, the love of to your children. Okay. The love you have to your relatives, it's a different thing. Okay. So I think it can be observed in different dimensions, as long as it is being felt by that somebody that you care for. And that's, I think that's love. Okay. But the true foundation of love is, of course, the love towards our creator, which I think you also believe that. And it's something that is written in the scripture, you know that. Okay.
Yes, thank you so much. Really, today love is very important. Thank you so much. Okay, next question. Professor, what are you afraid of?
May I come again?
What are you afraid of?
Okay. What am I afraid of? Of course, probably we are afraid of losing, of course, those people that we love. Okay. Because we are attached. It's not something that we're afraid of losing a material thing, because material things can be found somewhere else. But those people we love, okay, those are the things that we are afraid of losing them. And I think every individual would feel that. Okay. So I think that's the thing that I am afraid of losing.
Yes, thank you so much for interesting answer. Okay, next question. Once they praise you.
Okay. Your next question is?
Yes, next question is, once they praise you.
They just wait for a while, okay?
Yes.
What if they will praise me, something like that? Okay. I will have to look into that. Okay.
Yes.
When they praise, okay, when they praise me, okay, yeah, what would I feel? Yeah, what would I feel when they praise me? Well, you know, when someone would praise you, and
I think many people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you have seen my certificates, you have seen my achievements. Okay, it was my birthday yesterday, and I really, of course, I like being praised, but it has to be more sincere in praising. Okay, when they praise you, well, you should also look into whether these people are also serious in telling the praises, for whether they would congratulate you wholeheartedly, or we call that sometimes plastic. Okay, so when people praise you, well, it's a sort of being a good achiever, because praising also motivates us. Okay, it motivates us to do something, it motivates us to do good. Okay, so that's what I feel. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. And next question, please, Professor, remember the history of one important story that happened in your life. Oh my God, more interesting.
Yeah, of course. A very interesting story about my life. Yeah. I think number one is the passion for the fulfillment of education. Of course, I was raised by a a family of farmer. Okay, and I think that is very interesting. Okay, and not only that, through trials and hardships in life, okay, they were able to send me to college. Okay, and when I was in college, okay, they already left me, so I survived with myself alone. Okay, which they became my inspiration. So, success stories would mean that it's not about achievement, but it's how you have survived the challenges that you have, okay, along the way. So you might have seen a lot of achievements that I posted on social media, but that would not really show the true person behind that, okay, because to really be a good achiever, you have to struggle, you have to face a lot of challenges, and being strong is, I think, one of the characteristics to survive.
Wow.
Okay.
Dear Professor Mario, you are really very welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, next question. It is a comfortable environment for you.
Well, I think a comfortable environment for me is something that is number one, it has to be peaceful. Okay. Number two, you're living with your own house. Okay. With
Wow, yes.
yeah, of course, with the things that you need at home. Okay, I think that's already a comfortable environment. Okay, and it has to be free from problems in the community. Okay, you are safe in the village that you are into. Okay, and not only that, of course, comfortable also would mean that you are free from pollution. Okay, you know that. Okay, and you breathe the fresh air every day. I think that's I think a comfortable environment.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, going. And next question. How risky are you and how often do you take risk?
Well, I'm always a risk taker. Yeah. I like doing challenging tasks. Okay.
Yes.
But of course, being a risk taker would entail a lot of responsibility. Okay. But when you take risks, you should always know consequences of this. Okay. So there must be check and balance. Of course, when you take risk, you become stronger, but stress would always give you problem. I think you agree. But when you take risks as challenge and improves your life, then take that opportunity. Okay, and also avoid the risky activities which would endanger you. I think you know that. Okay, so that's it.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm also love risk because risk giving us success. Yes, thank you. Okay, thank you so much. And next question. What is the main thing for a person?
Okay. Uh, of course, the main thing for a person is, I think, good example is for you to have good values. Okay, your attitude, your behavior is very important rather than what you achieve. Of course, educational qualification is very important, but uh, I think what is important is the the behavior, the characteristic that you have right now. It's just how you would try to understand things around you. Okay, because this is your way of understanding events that would come along the way. Okay, because I know that there are intelligent people who could not really decide on good things. So I think knowledge is there, but behavior, I think, is very important. Our attitude, okay,
Yes.
our values, very important.
Wow, million thanks for inspiring answer. Thank you so much. Okay, and next question. What advice would you give yourself?
Yeah, of course. That's the most difficult thing that we do to give advice for ourselves.
Yeah.
We usually give advice, pieces of advice to other people when they seek for, of course, advice. But to give advice to ourselves, it entails a lot of what strength. But I think number one is patience. Okay. I think, of course, being cool, being calm, also. Okay, and continue being patient because um, patience is what is key to understanding the events that are happening to your life. Okay, so patiently wait for the right time, patiently wait for the blessing, patiently wait for proper timing. I think that's very, very important because if you are not patient, then there would be tendency for you to do many things that are not aligned with your goal. Okay, you become what uh, there's a tendency for you to be impulsive with many things, and when you act, okay, not according to what you wish, then it might endanger you. So I think always be patient, be cool, be a peacemaker, okay, and be
Yes.
proactive. That's my advice
Brilliant.
that I give to
Brilliant.
myself. Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay. Next question. And I think this question is very important also. What is your goal in life?
Well, our goal in life is, of course, number one is to make yourself successful so that you
Mhm.
can influence other people and always try to be a good inspiration to the members of the family. I think that's number one. Okay, so my goal is very, very simple. Okay, to live a simple life. Okay, and that you become a an inspiration. Okay, and motivation to people so that they will strive. Okay.
Wow. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I wish you many, many success in your life. Okay. Dear Professor, what does IIU membership mean to you and what can you do for IIU young members, young peoples, and members also?
Okay, so IIU is a change maker. Okay, it is
Yes.
it's also a trendsetter. Okay, wherein a lot of organizations are copying the programs of IIU. Okay, so what I can advise to the members is to really support the programs, get involved with a lot of programs that we have every week for professional development, for the involvement of the youth, because I think IIU provides many opportunities for us to learn professionally, to get us different, well, let's say, professional diplomas that we offer, honorary doctorate, a lot of seminars, okay, in different disciplines, okay, and that I'd like to really encourage everyone to support the programs of IIU, okay, to also invite people to become member of IIU, and that we have to stick with the goal so that would be able to achieve our mission, our vision, and dreams that support our president, Pays Pandit, of course, the vice president, our board of directors. We will work as one for, of course, the service of the humanities, especially to the whole world. Okay.
Wow. Thank you so much. Why, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Next question. Remember one important thing from your success story that you are proud of.
Yeah, I'm always an
Yeah,
achiever.
I know you have many success, but
Yes, yes.
one,
I'm all.
no problem too.
Yeah, of course. For me, I'm always an achiever. Of course, I started even at a young age. I always been an achiever, of course, with honors. Okay, okay, from the preschool to college. Okay, so I think it goes through until now. You have seen me a lot of achievements, but these are just temporary and temporary achievements, okay? Because the true success story that we have right now is on how you'd be able to fight all the challenges that come along the way, that makes you successful. Because successful cannot be measured by all the achievements that you have, but it is being measured on how brave you are in overcoming those challenges that made you a better person, a stronger person, and that makes us successful.
Thank you so much. Yes, we will. You are most welcome. Thank you. Your job. Wow. Okay. Next question. You are the country director of the Philippines. Yes. Interesting to hear your plans for IIU. What will you do to transfer education around the world?
Yeah, actually, we already have a lot of programs in the Philippines with IIU. Okay, last December we had the seminar. We had also given some awards. Now we will also be giving again. We will be celebrating the World Teachers Month, and we will be having the World Global Summit for Educators in the Philippines and also other participants across the globe. And we will also be giving awards to deserving educators. So I think those are the plans that we have. And soon we will have convocation. We also have to offer online courses, as if we can already try to, let's say, finish all the legalities of putting a center in the Philippines, because the Philippines is very strict in terms of the implementation of the guidelines on how to establish all these programs in our country. So these are the programs that we have. But we are constantly conducting webinar, okay, and I usually appreciate most Filipinos attend, okay, our activities with IIU. Okay.
Wow. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Your all answer is very interesting, very important, very inspiring. Thank you. Thank you so much. And finally, dear professor, what would you advise people who are listening to your conversations now?
Yeah, okay. So I think the good advice is to really, number one is always listen to, of course, Court Hour with Inga, okay, because you will be learning a lot from this beautiful discussion, okay. Number two, you stick with IIU, okay, because IIU gives you a breakthrough change maker in terms of the academic, not only academic, but a lot of programs, okay. Number three, okay, collaborate. We try to understand that we already become so close with one another because of IIU, and we have developed friendship. We have developed professionally. So my greatest advice is stick with the number one, a very challenging, very good international internship university, and let's try not to promote only here in our country, but also promote this across the globe. So that is the piece of advice that I could give.
Oh my God, thank you so much. This is a very important answer, I think. Thank you. And I am happy and excited today. Big clap for you. Thank you so much. We heard amazing responses and inspiring stories. Our guest today was specially, and I want to congratulate Professor, because he is truly a ray of sunshine for the community. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
As
okay.
promoted, yes, as promoted, we had an inspiring show today, I think. Thank you all for your support. I wish you today's guest many more success, and once again, thank you very much. Please keep up a wonderful excellent, amazing job. Keep smiling, keep shining. Okay, now it is time to say goodbye. I back soon with a now guest. Stay with us and be the next guest and answer my question. IIU is a change. IIU brings a change. IIU is a revolution. Okay.